Yo, what's up guys? Welcome into a brand new video over on PrizePicks. I got my 5 favorite plays for you in this video. We're going through a 4-man over on Prize, and then I got a special bonus pick. But first up, do me a huge favor, drop a like on this one. It takes you 2 seconds, completely free. So go ahead and smash that like button. If we get to 80 likes in this video, I'm going to do a bonus pick in tomorrow's video, and you guys absolutely smacked the like goal yesterday. So we'll try to run it back today. First up, let's just talk about what an insane day we're about to have. We've got 6 games of World Cup action, the most we've ever had so far, and it's going to be elite, man. Some of these games don't matter, honestly, so you got to be careful for that, but some of these games are absolute bangers, and we're going to talk about them. But first up, let's talk about the recap from the day before. Guys, this is one thing you will always see me doing, whether I win, whether I lose, whether everything cashes, misses, no matter what. I'm going to come on here, I'm going to recap every single play that I gave you guys. Now, on the VIP, I set out 7 PrizePicks plays, and only one of them cashed. So a lot of people are going to look at this and go, this guy really sucks at sports betting, right? How are you setting out 7 slips and only one of them's cashing? But actually, this is literally how our method works. We send out 4-man plays that pay out between 8x and 10x, depending on payout shifts. So we can send out 7 plays, hit only one of them, and be profitable. So here we were profitable, 1 unit of profit, which is still 1 unit, I guess. And this is what ended up happening, guys. This was the play that we ended up cashing out, and we sent out 2 players in soccer on the unders together, 2 players in esports on the overs together. You're going to notice this is a correlated strategy here. We're taking 2 guys on the same team on the under, basically saying if Portugal controls the ball less than projected, or if these guys both get subbed out earlier, then they will go on the unders. And we said if this game was going to be a long game, or if these guys, Sashi was going to have a good game, then these guys will both push on the overs. So we basically just needed 2 things to happen, that this one esports team had a good game and Portugal didn't control possession as much as expected. And because we needed those 2 things to happen, and both of those 2 things happened, we got paid out as if we won 4 different picks. So PrizePicks is paying us out for 4 different picks, but we actually know this is basically just a 2-man that we are taking right here. And we had a couple other plays, a couple close misses. And let's talk about the YouTube slip. Unfortunately, man, the YouTube slip was a big fat L. I've been sending a lot of these YouTube slips, feeling pretty good about them, and just been missing, honestly. And it's completely on me when it comes to this stuff. Hopefully we can cash out our 4-man today. Only one of these guys cashed. Ronaldo absolutely proved me wrong. 2 goals in this game. Definitely could have been 3. So taking these under, bad call from me. But a lot of people saying, why are you always taking these star players under and always missing? Like, man, we hit Haaland's over yesterday and cashed out. We hit Ronaldo's under in the first game and cashed out. We also hit Messi's under in the first game and did not cash out. So it's been a kind of 50-50. It's not like every single time I'm sending out a star player under, we miss. Like, there's been a lot of overs that hit, and we do take a lot of unders. Anyways, getting back into the plays, Discord play, I sent out 1 lightning play over on the Discord for free, and it was an easy cash. I told you guys this is one of the best plays in the entire board right now, probably the best play. Jude Bellingham under 50 passes, because Jude Bellingham was playing in a very attacking role, and you're able to see this right as the lineups dropped. And I told you guys, take the under, and it was super, super sweat free. This, if you guys did not get this pick, is in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, man, you gotta lock in here. It's 100% free. You guys can get in the chat and join up. This is what happened. I told you guys, lightning play right here, go fast, take Jude Bellingham, and bang, it smacked out sweat free. Now, let's talk about the plays for today. But first up, before we get into any PrizePicks action, man, we're going to head over to Rebet and talk about the slip that we're running over there. We're just running 1 straight pick on Rebet. Before we get into the pick, man, if you guys want to get 2 free months of VIP, 2 whole months of VIP, completely free, and people are paying around $150 for this right now. If you guys want to get in for free, sign up on Rebet, and the easiest way to do this is DM me the word Rebet to this number right here. So if you're watching this on your phone, just swipe out the video. I think it should still say playing in the corner or something. Type in this number, 919-307-1980. DM me the word Rebet, and I'll literally just text you guys back, help you guys hop on Rebet, and using my code, which is code FFBAM, it'll take you like 5-10 minutes to text me. I'll text you back. Hop on the app and then play your first slip, and then you're going to get 2 free months of VIP plays. And guys, these are the VIP plays that have been absolutely frying for us. This is a little bit of an outdated screenshot, I suppose. I should get a new one. But halfway through the month of June, we were up 50 units. And this is the stuff that just cooks for us. If you're on PrizePicks, man, this strategy is insane. The strategy will help you make a lot of money. And the best way you guys can get on without basically risking any of your own money, investing anything into the VIP, is just hopping on for free, man. So DM me the word Rebet to this number and you'll get 2 free months of VIP. Now let's talk about the first play of the day, which is going to be over on Rebet. And we are locking in Switzerland money line right here. Switzerland money line against Canada. Now, the reason we like this play is because straight up, Switzerland is the better team. Now, another thing that's worth mentioning, guys, 1,000 on this pays 2,400. These are Rebet coins. These are not real money, but 1,000 on this pays 2,400. I'm working on getting real money into the app. But yeah, this is a huge profitable slip because I would honestly take this all the way down to minus 120. That's actually where I think fair value for this is, but we're getting plus money, plus 140 at that, just to lock in Switzerland on the money line here. Now, if we look at how these two teams have played recently, or how these two teams have fared in the cup so far, Switzerland had a horrendous result against Qatar. They drew 1-1, and they did not show at all how good they were as a team. But if you look at what happened here, they had 70% possession, 10 shots on target, 27 shots, and 550 passes. Like, these guys were locked in. They just couldn't finish. And against Bosnia, they definitely turned that up a little bit. 8 shots on target, ended up with 4 goals, and they played a much better game. In this case, going up against Canada, who are honestly just straight up not physical enough to compete with Switzerland in the air, in corner battles and stuff like that, the reason why Canada are first right now in the group is because they just absolutely fried Qatar. They drew to Bosnia, which is a team that Switzerland beat 4-1. And then they beat Qatar 6-0, which is a team that Switzerland drew 1-1. So it's all over the place in Group B. But we do like Switzerland here to win against Canada. Switzerland are the favorites in this matchup. And this is obviously the 1x2, which basically just means like 3-way money line. Because it could be a draw, right? These are still group stage games. It's not going to go to penalties or anything like that. It could still be a draw. But I do like Switzerland here on the over, or not on the over, on the money line, man. And getting this at plus 140 is just so much more appealing. Like, I like it at like minus 120, minus 130 even. And I think that's a good pick. But plus 140 in my eyes is like a great pick. Like, definitely go ahead and lock this one in. And it's also worth mentioning because these two teams, are, how do you say? They've split points, right? It's 4-4. The winner of this game just straight up wins the group. Like, this is a very, very big opportunity to go ahead and win this group. And actually, something worth mentioning, because I don't know how locked in you guys are to the points system, but whoever gets third place in this group will very likely face off against the USA. So if you want to watch out for that, the winner of Bosnia and Qatar, if there is a winner and not a draw, will likely face off against the US. Anyways, let's get back into the plays for today. We're going to stick off with that same game. We're going to go to shots, and we're taking Jonathan David and Briel Embolo on the over here at 5 shots. Now, Jonathan David is a player who has basically been the Christian Pulisic of the Canada national team. Like, ignoring Alphonso Davies, who is very, very good, but also injured quite a bit. Jonathan David has been that guy who plays in Europe. He plays in France for his club team, similar to how Pulisic plays in Italy for his club team, comes back to Canada/USA and absolutely just cooks for his national team. That's what should be happening. Christian Pulisic is doing that. Jonathan David sold in game 1, locked in game 2, and it seems like he's now on track to cash this. In game 2, Jonathan David, I know it was against Qatar, but in game 2, Jonathan David went for 3 goals. Bro bagged the hat trick. And you guys probably didn't hear about this. Everybody's been talking about Messi's hat trick that he got in game 1. Jonathan David literally did that exact same thing over in game 2. And it was a pretty good hat trick, honestly. I'm not going to lie. It was very, very solid. So 3 goals for David. And Embolo has been playing very, very well too. He is the sole striker for the Switzerland team. I expect him to get a lot of shots. And especially in this game, man, the real difference maker in this game is that so far, Canada's played Bosnia and Qatar. Switzerland's played Bosnia and Qatar. In both of those games, Canada and Switzerland feel like they're the favorites. They feel like they should basically just be gifted this one, right? Obviously, we're going to beat Qatar. They drew. Obviously, we're going to beat Bosnia. They drew, right? And as a result of that complacency, they did not take as many shots. They took more passes. They tried to hold on to possession. They tried to keep a 1-goal lead, and it did not work out for either of them, right? In this case, they're not the favorites. Neither of these teams are really the favorites, I would say. Switzerland are slight favorites, but they're actually going to go really hard in this one. Try to continue pressing even after one of their teams has a lead. I don't see a world where they try to let up and basically just be complacent and go, the other team's not as good as us, right? Time for that's over. The time for that is over, and you already failed at that, right? You already took draws against teams we should not have taken. So let's get back into the plays for today. I also like these guys on the over, of course, but moving in to play number 2 and 3. We're going for Danilo on the under and then Bruno Guimaraes on the under here on passes attempted. Now, these are 2 guys for Brazil going up against Scotland. It's also worth mentioning that this game does matter. This game matters a lot because Brazil is in the same group as Morocco, which is honestly kind of crazy. Both of these teams are top 8 in the world, and there's like 12 groups, so I'm wondering what's going on there. But Brazil and Morocco are in the same group here. They've both gotten the same results so far, which is a draw against each other and then a win against Scotland/Haiti, and now they're playing the other team. If they win by a lot and get good goal differential, this will matter a lot, right? So Morocco, for example, if Brazil beat Scotland 1-0, then their goal differential will be on 4, and if Morocco beat Haiti 4-0, then their goal differential will be on 5. So in that scenario, Morocco will overtake Brazil as the as the number 1 team in this case. And it's obviously much more valuable number 1 team. If you're the number 2 team in Group C, it's bad. Like, I went into the brackets, it's bad. So you want to be the number 1 team coming out of Group C. And Brazil and Morocco will, here's the thing, not only be playing hard and playing to win, obviously, they will be playing to score as many goals as possible. Now, you might go, why are we taking them on the unders? Because Brazil are not a possession team. Brazil do not hold the ball as much as other teams do. Oftentimes, if you watch them play, they're more of a long ball team. They're more of a, defensive-minded team. And that might sound crazy. You're like, what? Brazil, defensive-minded team, right? They just instantly get the ball to their wingers. They don't really build up slowly like England or Spain or even France does, right? It's a completely different scheme. And if you look at these guys, Danilo has not hit the over here, even against 2 really bad teams, or one bad team, and Morocco didn't control possession too much. And then Bruno Guimaraes has gone worse from Haiti and Morocco these last couple games. This doesn't make much sense for me. I think these guys should be on the unders. And you guys might be recognizing one thing. We're taking 2 guys on the same team in the same direction. In this case, 2 guys on the same team on the unders on their passes attempted. And now the reason we're doing this is because it's correlated, right? If we think, PrizePicks thinks we need 2 things to happen here, I'm telling you guys, we just need 1 thing to happen, and they'll both smack for us. If Brazil does not control the ball as much as projected, as much as these lines anticipate, then both of them will go on the under. All we need is for the entire team to control the ball less, and both of these guys will hit on the under, right? Because Danilo won't get any passes, and Bruno won't get any passes. If your team does not have the ball very much, none of the players on the team are going to get passes. It's not like one guy will get more passes and the other guy just won't. Like, either all the guys on the team get more passes, or all the guys on the team get less passes. It's typically the way that it works. Now, let's get into play number 4, right? Actually, did I talk about the Discord? I think I did. Join up on the Discord. If you want to get on the VIP, join up on the Winnable. And if you want to get free VIP, join up on Rebet or text me the word Rebet. DM me the word Rebet to this number right here. Pretty sure that's all I got to talk about. Now, let's get into the last play of the day. We're going over to, of course, the Korea game right here. And we're going for, let me see, I can just pick it up. We're going to goalie saves right here. We're going to goalie saves. And we're taking Kim on the over at 2 goalie saves. This one I think is another very, very good play. Kim has hit the over in both games pretty convincingly. 3 goalie saves against Mexico, 3 goalie saves against Czechia. And now he's going up against South Africa, who are arguably the worst team in the group, but it's not really that clear, honestly. South Africa were just disappointing against Mexico, and against Czechia, they were pretty disappointing too, but did end up sneaking out a point with a last minute penalty kick. In this case, this group, except for the Mexico game, really, I guess Mexico don't really have that much to play for. This group has a lot to play for. If South Africa can win against South Korea, then they will overtake them in points, right? Be at 4 points. Maybe even secure that second spot. And if not the second spot, the third spot, depending on how Czechia and Mexico goes. So all these teams have a ton to play for, right? This might sound like, what is this guy talking about? Obviously, these teams have a lot to play for. That's not the case in many groups. Like USA, Turkey, that shit does not matter, bro. So you got to watch out for some of these games where it does not matter at all. And, be careful about your bets. But in this case, Kim to get just 2 saves is way too low. I see a world where South Africa is shooting the ball an absolute ton at the opposing net. Even if they can't generate too many good chances, I think they will still shoot the ball a lot on the hopes that one of them will just trickle in. Because they really do need a goal, and they need to get this goal differential working in their favor as well in case of a draw. Now, that's all I got for this one, man. Please, please, please take this as a flex play, because the flex plays work better when you're not taking a bunch of correlated duos. Like, this is 1 correlated duo and then 2 uncorrelated picks. this as a 4-man flex play is good. 3-man flex plays absolutely suck. Never take them. 4-man flex plays, 5-man, 6-mans are fine. And the reason we take a lot of 4-man power plays over on PrizePicks here for our VIP is because we're taking 2 correlated duos. So we're basically just taking a 2-man. We'd rather take a 2-man power than a 2-man flex, obviously, right? So flex play right here. This is going to be our 4 picks for the day. And then our 5th pick of the day is going to be Switzerland on the money line. Let's try to go 5-0, man. I'm super pumped for this. 80 likes and we'll do a bonus pick in tomorrow's video. And that's all I got for this one. I appreciate you guys watching. And let's make some money on the World Cup on Wednesday.